It's a fundamental motivation in many areas of our lives, and certainly crucial when it comes to our gaming addiction. What am I talking about? Flavour. That sweet, sweet flavour. I've been on the road today with the family. We're travelling down to Cornwall, listening to Stephen Fry reading some classic Sherlock Holmes. In particular, I was listening to The Sign of Four, and oh my goodness, what a great tale that is. I love Sherlock Holmes. I love that vibe, the flavour that you get from Arthur Conan Doyle's writing, his portrayal of Sherlock Holmes. It's unique. It got me thinking. We so rarely actually talk about flavour when we talk about RPGs. We've got loads of other descriptors that crop up. Things like light games, heavy games, crunchy games, grim and gritty. All manner of different descriptors. But we rarely talk about something that I actually think is crucial, and that is flavour. We are on a quest, I believe, to achieve a certain flavour in our games, like a good chef or anyone that's trying to deliver a kind of a specific experience. How do we get that right? Like with so many things, it's about communicating what it is we want, and it's sometimes really difficult to know what you want. And the way you can get started exploring these ideas as a group, coming to some kind of common ground, you've got to talk about it. So for that reason, I am in support of something like a session zero. I like collaborative world building as well, but not everybody is comfortable with that. What am I suggesting? Well, the way I've done it before is, and looking back at a recent theme, the theme of maps, we centre our attention around a map. So not necessarily a map in a traditional sense, a geographical map, but maybe we're talking about a mind map, just starting to jot down some flavours of the game that or the experience that we're interested in creating. Passing around a piece of paper, each person perhaps puts one thing at a time, a little note on there, and start generating this mind map. So you're brainstorming the idea of a game. Perhaps you kick it off with some sort of, I don't know, just a sentence to get people started, or you make it, somebody makes a statement at the beginning, and then take it from there. I've done this. It can certainly work. And I think it takes you to some unexpected places. I recently heard Jason, and he's calling in later on. Jason was talking about this idea of session zero can sometimes come in for some criticism, because it's like, oh, we could sort all this out away from the session and then get on with gaming. But really, and I'm with Jason on this, there's no reason why you can't make this stuff gaming. The degree to which you gamify it is totally up to you as a group. Because you could formulate rules for this whole game creation stage. Your whole session zero could be gamified. It could have its own system. There's people that would run this type of session using the rules from, say, Microscope. I think there's loads of mileage in this idea of a melting pot of flavours where everybody's contributing, and you're kind of like, you stir it all up and see what you come out with. And I think as long as everyone is seeing some flavours in the game that they like and they enjoy and they're interested in, I think you're going to get that kind of engagement. It's going to be surprising. This is what I've been pondering, folks. It might be a little bit out there, a little bit woo-woo. But, you know, that's just me. I think that's quite enough of that. Let's get to some call-ins from some folks responding to earlier episodes of RPG a Day Month.
Hi, Colin. Thanks for the recommendation for By the Sword. I'm gonna have to check that book out. That sounds really interesting. I like something that's right up my alley. That confluence of history and things that inspire the fantastic ahistorical stuff as well. So thanks again for the recommendations. I'm looking forward to hear the rest of your stuff over the coming month for RPG a Day. Keep it up.
Hey Colin, Jason here. Managed to squeeze Throne in when I got home tonight. And, you know, I think that's very interesting. The things when you think of that and the thought goes to Coney, and I think that's a pretty common one for people to think of. Probably for people that watched Game of Thrones, the thing that Carl talks about, I'm sure a lot of people think of that. I'm not a big fan of that, but I know a lot of people are. But yeah, just the thoughts of Thrones. And I've been in games where Thrones have hidden passages around them and all that. So yeah, that tricks, traps, and treats thing is very accurate. Yeah, great episode, my friend. Looking forward to the next one.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, guys. Glad you're enjoying the episodes. RPG a Day Month is quite a challenge, but I like rising to that challenge, meeting these prompts, thinking of something to talk about. It's yeah, I've not really done it like this before, and I'm finding it to be quite inspiring, I guess. You look at some of the prompts and you think, I don't know, man, I don't know about that. But so far I'm coming up with something. It's a little bit tricky now I'm away with a family. We'll see how I get on. This episode, you'll notice, is not my usual kind of music and bits and bobs transitions. I'm using some of the stuff off of Anchor, and the levels are a little bit out of whack. Just yeah, tricky to get that stuff right only using a phone. Hope that has not marred the experience too much for you. We have heard from Jason Connolly of Nerds RPG Variety Cast and BJ of the Arcane Alienist. Thanks very much, guys, for your ongoing support, and a big thanks to you, the listener, for taking a bit of time out of your day to listen to old Spike Pit. I know the episodes are coming thick and fast. Hang in there. I'm keeping them a bit shorter. How long I can keep up at this pace, who knows. Take care. I'll catch you later.